I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about my broken heart. So, I know many of you guys out there are absolutely depressed, you are miserable, you're anxious, you're scared, and let's face it, you have a broken heart. I've been in your shoes. I know exactly how difficult it is. I really empathize with you guys, I really do. It's such a difficult time in your life, and it's like probably some of the worst pain you'll ever feel. And I want you guys to know that, you're not alone. Okay, first of all, there are millions of people out there that are going through the exact same thing that you are. And I think you'll find some comfort in that, because when you're going through a broken heart, a lot of times you feel like you're alone. Right? I mean, you isolate yourselves. You don't want to see other people. The only person you really want to see is your ex. And it's very, very difficult, because a lot of times reaching out to them is absolutely the worst thing that you can do. Because let's face it, the person that broke up with you is going through a completely different set of thoughts and feelings as you are. And unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. So, I want you guys to just be aware that even though you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. And not only there are other people out there that are going through the same feelings and thoughts and pain that you are, but I am here to assist you. I am here to help you through it. And I will do my best to give you the strategy to try and reattract your ex, or, just talk with you and really help you try and deal with this, because I know exactly what you're going through. It's the worst. And that's what made me want to figure this stuff out, is because I didn't deal with breakups well my entire life. Even, from when I remember back in elementary school, when a girl canceled a date for a dance with me, it just crushed me. And I didn't realize that that wasn't normal, to be that hurt over that kind of a situation. Well, it's because I had an anxious attachment style. And a lot of you guys probably have an anxious attachment style too. Some may have avoidant or secure. But, I think the people with an anxious attachment style openly admit to the pain that they're going through more, and struggle a little bit harder, whereas maybe that somebody that has an avoidant attachment style will sweep things under the rug and try and act like they're not hurting, or that it wasn't important. And somebody that has a secure attachment style would be more resilient to a heartbreak, because they've had their needs met. So, guys, I've literally spent thousands of hours trying to figure this out, and I will do my absolute best to help you in your situation. And I'm going to be honest, I don't believe in telling you guys what you want to hear, okay? Not going to do that. That's not my style. Other people out there will do that. Other people, well, obviously, there's tons of garbage information out there, and if you want to wade through that trash looking for treasure, good luck. I did that years ago, and that's when I was just like, no, enough of this. This is garbage. And it's garbage because you've seen it. And anybody with a camera and a computer can give information, okay? And please, please, please be very careful with what you do and how you plan what your strategies are. Because what's going to happen is, when your brain is suffering, and let's face it, you are suffering that loss. It's tremendous pain. And even Freud said, we are never so defenseless as when we love, and never so forlornly unhappy as when we lose the object of our love. So, what I see every single day, guys, is that when you guys are going through these breakups, you so desperate, your mind is just reaching for any tiny little clue that your ex might be interested again, or even worse so, what happens is you guys start to fantasize that you have come up with this idea that's going to re-attract them. And I can tell you from first-hand experience, most of those ideas are going to not only not work, but completely backfire. And I'm telling you guys, you have to understand, every single day I get emails, I do Skypes with people that say, I did this, I did that, I thought it was going to work, it didn't work. I know it, and I've yet to see people say, yeah, this has actually worked for me, because it doesn't work like that. And I really caution you, because when you're going through such a difficult time and your brain is so depressed that it just is constantly longing to reunite with your ex. And so you get an idea in your head, you get this little idea, and then it's like a seed that's been planted, and you just keep growing and growing this idea thinking that it's going to work, and it's not. Because I can tell you, a lot of re-attracting an ex or getting another opportunity with your ex is counterintuitive, and that is why it's been so hard for people to figure this out over the years, because you think that doing these things are going to work, and they don't. And that's why people have, not only gotten such bad advice on breakups over the years, but, not understood anything. And I can tell you guys, I've worked very, very hard to try and look at all the different aspects of it, including attachment styles, mental health. There's so many different things, so many factors that make every situation and every breakup different. And I look at all kinds of things like trauma and attachment history and attachment trauma and how long you guys have dated and what the relationship is like and how close you were. All different factors that you're not going to see with the other stuff out there that is just giving you like this one-size-fits-all answer. It just doesn't work like that, guys. Please, please, please. Let me look at your situation and help you look at what happened, because you have to know what went wrong in order to fix it. Because, guys, let's be honest out there. You're so concerned about just getting your ex back, you're not thinking clearly that if you haven't done the work in the meantime, if you aren't learning new skills to make a relationship work, you might get them back, but it might come crashing down 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. I've had people that have waited months to go on a date with somebody, and then they blew it that very date because they weren't ready. And guys, I don't sell magic beans. I'm honest with you guys, and I give you the best stuff. And I'm not going to tell you that everybody's going to get your ex back, because you won't. Some of you won't get your ex back, and there's nothing that you could do in this world that will re-attract them or get them back. But guess what? That doesn't mean you won't find somebody even better for you. Because breakups can also lead to life-changing events that will lead to even bigger and better things for you. Because I can tell you right now, I absolutely love what I do. And I can't think of a job that is, or a career that's better suited for me than this. And I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for me going through breakups. And I wouldn't have my son today if it wasn't going through breakups. So, I know it hurts like hell. I can tell you that the pain will get better in time. I promise you it will. Those of you guys that feel like it's never going to go away, it will. But also, it might lead to something even more amazing in your future. If that's not meant to be with them, that doesn't mean you're not going to meet somebody that's so much better for you. Trust me. Trust me, trust me. I see it every day. But guys, I know what it's like to have a broken heart. And that you feel like you're just dying. You just want to lie in a ball and in the fetal position and cry. And I get that. So, I thought I would share a email today from somebody that is really having a hard time. And it was somebody I did a Skype with a couple of weeks ago. And he said, "Hey Craig, we had a Skype about a week or two ago. I don't know why I can't get this girl out of my head. It's like all the signs are clear that she doesn't want me anymore, and the plan was for me to let go, move on, and do no contact whatsoever. It's been hard. Like some days I'm fine, some days I hurt like a MFer." Yes, I completely understand. Every single second feels like an eternity when you're just waiting for them. All you want to do is stare at your phone, and all you want is for them to reach out to you. I know that, guys. I really do. And if I could ease that for you and ease that pain for you, I would. But sometimes it's difficult, and you have to do difficult things to re-attract your ex. I can tell you, but here's the thing. I am about results. I'm not about saying, "Oh, this is the way to do it and that's the way to do it," if I know it's not going to work, and giving you false hope. I am about giving you the strategies that are going to look the most attractive, that are going to give you the best opportunity to re-attract them when the time comes. Okay? So, I know it hurts like hell. I remember it. I can remember that pain, like laying on the bed, just staring at the phone, waiting for my ex to reach out. Well, all I want to do is call them, contact them, text them. You don't want to do it, though. I mean, in some situations, it's okay. But in a lot of situations, it's not. And that's why I every situation, because I do have people. In fact, as a matter of fact, I did a coaching with a guy a couple days ago, and he was doing no contact. I'm like, what are you doing? You got to reach out. Like, your situation doesn't call for no contact. He got so anxious and fearful of doing the wrong thing that he wound up doing the wrong thing, even though his ex had contacted him. And he was like, I don't know what to do, so he did no contact. And I got him a great plan, and I think he's gonna see some results. But for his situation, I think he's probably got a couple more weeks before his ex starts to maybe develop some feelings for him again. But let me go on with this email. He says, "Why do I keep thinking about her? Lately, I couldn't even sleep well. Like I talk to some girls, but at the end, my mind goes back to her. It's like I don't understand how she can leave like that. I don't know why she would leave me like we discussed. I smothered her and pushed her away." Well, now you do understand that what you did was you turned her off and you smothered her and she felt trapped, so she pushed you away. But yeah, it's tough. It's like you might go out and date other people, go on some dates. Some of you don't want to. That's okay. You're not ready to. But if you do, you're just thinking about the ex the whole time. It's very, very difficult. "I don't understand how she doesn't care anymore, or is like she totally forgot me." Yes, that was the worst feeling for me, is when I was going through this with my ex that I talked to you about with Applebee's. She was like my best friend. We laughed all the time. We had a great time all the time. We had an amazing relationship. It wasn't me that did anything wrong that caused the breakup, and I realize that now. She had issues and other things going on in her life that she just was not ready for another long-term relationship. She was young, she was immature, and she was finalizing a divorce, and that had a lot of impact on what she was going through. But it killed me inside. I was like, I couldn't understand either. I'm like, how can we go from what we had, where we were like a family, to just not wanting me in her life anymore? It was like the least comprehensible thing that I could possibly imagine in my world. It was just the worst. "I'm fighting myself, telling myself, why do I still think about her and miss her like after all of this? We were so close, and now it's like I don't even know her. Why can't I let her out of my mind? It's like I wish I had one chance to show her I could be the best man for her. Then I realize she doesn't deserve it, and she doesn't even care at all. Yeah, your mind is all over the place. One minute you're like, I don't want her, she doesn't deserve me. Then the next minute you're like, I can't live without her. And the next minute you're just crying and you don't understand why. And and then you're bargaining and you're just saying, I wish I could just have one more opportunity to show them how great I can be. Believe me, this is all normal and all of you guys are going through it. Okay? Why am I like this when there are like a million women out there? Why am I stuck on this one? I feel so stupid, like she should be feeling this, not me. I invested so much into her and I wanted the best for her and she threw me to the curb. Yeah, and because you were invested so much in her, that's part of the problem. Because now you're having a hard time removing yourself from that investment and getting out of it. Because like you said, I invested so much into her. Okay? So if that other person wasn't invested in you, it makes it a lot easier to walk away. A lot of times that person slowly has taken their investment back. And you may have not noticed it, but that's part of the reason that it's so easy for them to walk away. Plus, they had the power. They made the decision. When somebody makes that decision for you, it's very, very difficult because you feel powerless. Like, this is all my fault. How can she let me go like that? Like nothing phases her. Yep, it's exactly what it seems like. They don't care. But it doesn't mean they will always not care. But at that time, they don't care. Why do I feel like I want one more chance after all the hurt I've been through? What can I do? I love her with every breath in me and just want to sit down and talk to her, but I know I must let go. Yes, do not sit down and try and talk to somebody about things. It doesn't work. I've tried it several times. I hear from you guys. It doesn't work. That's not what reattracts your ex. How can she just forget about us and move on? Do you think maybe some other guys have her attention or something for her to act like she doesn't feel anything at all? I would say it would make it easier for her, yes. How can someone be so close at the end just walk away like nothing? How? I don't really understand. Yes, it's really, really difficult to comprehend it. But there are a lot of different factors for every situation and every breakup. So, why was your ex unhappy? What was going on in the relationship that wasn't working? What needs weren't getting met? Why did they leave? There's a lot of different factors that you have to look at before you can get a better answer. She must be the most heartless person I've ever met, or she truly, really never loved me like she once said she did. Is it possible she can fully fall out of love like that and don't mind me at all? Confused. Thank you so much for your time and hope to hear from you soon. Yeah. So it often seems like your ex really does not care about you, and they just show you, they're like, I moved on, I don't care. Some people can be really mean about it. And if you think about it, I really think that someone will show you who they are during a breakup. How do they treat you? Think about it. How did they treat you during that breakup? What's going on? There's a lot of different things. And obviously I can't cover them all because every situation is different. But I can tell you that what isn't different is the pain that we go through. And I know how hard it is. And if you don't want to work with me and you would rather work with a therapist in your area, I would highly suggest that as well. But do understand that most therapists out there have no kind of training for breakups per se. They can help you with it, understanding you're going through the depression and whatnot. But I do encounter therapists that give advice I would never give during a breakup. So keep that in mind. That being said, I would not hesitate to get with a therapist in your area to talk about things if you're depressed or you're anxious and you're sad, because talking about it really does help you heal. Truly. I've had many discussions with my supervisor, Margaret, over the years about this, and over and over and over again, she's helped me see that the way the brain heals is to talk about it. So, those are some different options for you. If you want to work with me personally, you can always go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for a coaching. I do email coaching and I do Skype coaching, and I'd be happy to work with you and look at your situation and tell you how I would handle your situation. So, if you like the video and you appreciate it, please put a like on there. I do appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do post videos Monday through Friday. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.